Welcome to the Midweek Wrap, only on Yarra Rangers Life TV, where every week we bring you the latest local news headlines, the weather ahead, plus we share with you what Yarra Rangers Life TV's been up to in the last week. And boy has it been a chockers week, with 5 live broadcasts since last Wednesday. We have been busy. But now, as I always say, it's time for the latest local news headlines presented by veteran journalist and all-round nice guy, Mr. Jim Brown. Thanks, Pat.
Welcome to the Midweek Wrap from the local mail newspapers. The Rangers Trader Mail and the Ferntree Gully Mail's front pages feature awards for courage or service earned out in exceptional circumstances handed to members of Dandenong Rangers CFA units. 5 members of Monbulk and Kallista-The CFA brigades received the awards following a tragic incident in 2015 when a tree fell during a storm, destroying a house at the patch and killing a 2-year-old boy. The toddler's sister was trapped inside the house, and the award recognises the way the CFA members responded, which saved her life. The names of the award winners are in the story. In the Mount Evelyn Mail's front page, a story about a unique exhibition showcasing the art of taxidermy. This weekend at York On Lilydale, the 4th annual Association of Wildlife Artists Australian Taxidermy Championships will display a wide variety of preserved birds, fish and mammals. Taxidermy is a difficult skill, and in simple terms, the more realistic the preserved animals look, especially if they are captured as though they're in motion, the higher the score in the competition. The hours when the exhibition is open to the public are in the story. And remember, Yarra Rangers Life TV will be there to cover this event. The Mountain Views Mail looks at repairs to the $35 million Maroondah Aqueduct, which Melbourne Water says will save 90 million litres of water a year evaporating. The original project was completed in 2015, but it became clear a 5.7 kilometre section of the pipeline was leaking and had to be repaired. The aqueduct is crucial to move up the 200 million litres of water, or about 80 Olympic-sized swimming pools, from the Maroondah Dam to the Sugarloaf Reservoir every day. Sugarloaf supplies water to the Yarra Ranges and outer eastern suburbs, and the aqueduct will help better manage water resources in times of drought. The Upper Yarra Mail has an uplifting story about an 11-year-old local boy, Carter Morrissey, who has endured years of surgery to become a role model for others. From birth, Carter has suffered from congenital melanocytic nevus, a medical term for a giant birthmark which covered a large part of his head and face. The many operations have been a success. But another reason to celebrate is Carter has been voted as one of the school captains at Gladysdale Primary School. This well-adjusted, motivated and resilient boy is deservedly admired by all who know him. Congratulations, Carter. I'm Jim Brown. Thanks for watching the Midweek Wrap, and stand by now for the weather.
Oh, thanks Jim for the news headlines, and of course that was the weather you just saw, with featuring the music of local Ben Kelly. He's got some awesome tunes out there with a wonderful EP album, and if you've just discovered Yarra Rangers Life TV, we've been around since early last year with over 300 videos on Facebook and YouTube already. There's plenty there for you guys to scroll through, to watch and to like, of course. Now be sure, as I said, to like us and to follow us, so you'll receive notifications whenever we go live, whenever we're out and about in the Valley and the Ranges, sharing local community events, just like we did over the last week. Now, how's this? Last Wednesday, we went to the Wandin Rotary Wandin Classic Custom Car and Bike Show, where we found out more about the event, where of course Wandin Rotary were raising money for the Royal Children's Hospital's Good Friday appeal. We also had a chat to the 2017 champion drift racer, Justin Gruener, who was representing Eastern Wheelworks, and we also shared some of the awesome cars that were on display there as well. Now on Thursday, we checked out the inaugural Yarra Valley Food Truck Festival that was happening in Lilydale. That was a massive day with lots of food, there was music and entertainment, and yes, I even got my glitter and sparkles on, would you believe? That was a fun live cross. And then on Saturday, we went to the second Yarra Valley Film Festival that was held at the grounds of Mount Lilydale Mercy College. It was a windy and, well, it wasn't quite wet, but it's certainly a windy one, and they had to bring it inside into their auditorium that holds over 700 bums on seats. Fantastic facilities, and it was a great night, enjoyed by all. And then to bring us home on Sunday, we went to the Upwey billy cart race. How much fun did we have there? Where of course the kids were racing for the 12th year, barreling down the main street of Upwey, and it was also Upwey CFA's centenary. Yes, it was their 100th anniversary. We also shared the live parade that was of course taking place at midday there, and they had a very special flyover from a helicopter right at the end of the parade. So if you haven't seen the footage, be sure to scroll through the playlist. As I mentioned before, to stay tuned to all the events that we'll be covering and to receive notifications next time we go live, be sure to like us and follow us on Facebook. With over 300 videos covering local stories and events, of course, Yarra Ranges Life TV, we've got the Valley and the Ranges covered. And as always, I've got to thank everyone involved in this week's production. Jim Brown for reading the latest local news headlines, Mitch Hatton, cameraman and production assistant extraordinaire, of course, Keaton Webb for helping us produce some of our equipment, of course. I'm Pat Boucher. As I always say, we're living, we're loving, and we're sharing life in the Yarra Ranges, only on Yarra Ranges Life TV. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.